What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's Gangster Clown tutorial. Over the last weekend, Chrisspy invited me to be a part of her Gangster Clown video and I was so honored and just knew I had to do a tutorial for you guys. If you follow me on Snapchat, you probably know the story behind my makeup the day of the shoot. I was actually at a baby shower and I had to leave early and do my makeup within 15 minutes in the car, get out the car and start the shoot. So I was able to do as much as I could in the car, but now that I had a little more time at home, I was able to come up with this and be a little more creative and take my time on the look. I really hope you guys enjoy the tutorial and I hope you guys also go and watch Laura, Shayla's, Chrisspy's, and Kristen Dominique's tutorials that they also did for this look as well. I will comment all of their links below. Also, Chrisspy's video for the Gangster Clown Part 2 is amazing. You guys have to watch it. If you haven't, please do. It is so incredible, the amount of work and time that went into it, and to see it all come together just blows my mind. I'm so incredibly proud of the video and look that she did for it. With that said, let's get this look started. As you can see, my foundation, concealer, powder, and bronzer is already done. So I'm going to jump now into my eye makeup. I'm going to be using today the Melt Cosmetics Stack Shadows in the colors Dark Matter, Enigma, and Rust. Going in with Rust and a blending eyeshadow brush, I'm just going to go ahead and create that halo shape on my eyelids. I'm going to start with adding the shadow to the inner and outer corners of my eyes and then blend up. I'm making sure to leave the center open so I can apply my pop of color later. And this is kind of like a messy eye, so don't be afraid to go too hard on the shadows. And then I'm making sure to bring it in also a little closer to the inner part of the eye, just kind of into like the nose a little bit. Now I'm going to follow the same steps using the color Enigma. For this, I'm going to use, we'll just say it's the mini. I don't know the name, there's no name on this, but it's a very small tapered brush. And then just follow the same exact steps that you did for the first shadow. Back and forth motion, bring it up. Like I said, feel free to go as heavy as you want, especially depending on your eye shape. If I can handle it, do it. So now we're going to go in with the shade Dark Matter and we're going to take this right into the crease. I'm just going to mark the area that I want it in. And then from there, we're going to bring the shade in. And then now blend it out with the same tapered brush, the small one. So I'm going to be hella gangster and add some glitter in there. So I'm going to go in with the color Gunmetal from Melt and the color, and the glitter Slate from OC Slate. Grabbing a little bit of the color Gunmetal, I'm going to just press it against my eyelids. Press so it doesn't flake around onto your skin. We do not have time for fallout around here. Baby, make sure Shayla didn't do this look. I'm going to grab a little bit of this Violet Voss. This is probably one of my favorite, what is this called, an adhesive or some type of like, I don't know, it just holds glitter really, really good, especially chunky glitter. I feel like it's really impossible to find these nowadays, but yeah, I've been using this for a while, maybe like 3 years. I think I've had it, the same container, but works amazing. So what you're gonna wanna do now is just press a very light amount on there. Get it nice and moist on the eye, you know what I mean? And then with the same exact brush, you're gonna wanna dump a little bit out on the lid. It just makes the application so much easier rather than over pouring and then wasting half of your glitter. And just press. Now taking in MAC Feline eyeliner for my waterline to get those under eyes nice and smoky. Pretty much what we did on top, we're going to put that on the bottom, except the glitter. I'm not going to do glitter down there. So I'm taking in Rust and just smoking out the bottom lash line. No wing today, so we're just going to connect this all together so my eye can be a little more pulled out. And now grabbing a little bit of the color Enigma, and I'm going to go directly over what I just did. I'm going to grab that little blending brush again, and I'm just going to now, I'm going to hold it down really closely and just smoke it all out. So for this part of my eye, I'm going to be using the NYX gel liner in the color Jet Black. I feel for this part of the eye, it's better to use a gel liner rather than a clay or liquid just because those tend to bleed. And you really want a product that is movable and you can play around with if you need to smoke out or add a little more color to it. I'm just going to start filling it in and then gradually clean it up. Don't worry about that, guys. I'm going to clean it up. Grabbing a little small shading brush and a little bit of concealer, and I'm just going to lightly clean up the sides. I'm going to be using these two shadow brushes. This is obviously the flat defining, and this is my nose contour. Love it for this. So I'm going to grab the color Rust and start shading the outside of the lines. And now I'm taking in that mini shading brush and blending it all over. I'm going to hold this with a little more pressure, more like a pencil, and buff up and down, and just continue to build. This side I'm going to go over the liner a little bit just because I went too deep on that side, so I'm just going to blend it all out. And then I'm just continuing to just buff out everything to make it as smoky as possible. You ugly. You your daddy's son. Hey. Running man on that beat. Just cleaning it up with a little more concealer on the sides just to even out the bottom of the point. This is a lot more difficult than I thought it was, but it's all good. This is how people evolve and get better through time. So I'm now going to take in this eyeliner and just create that little dot. So now I'm going to take up the eyeliner and just make a line just right over my brow. I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Big Shot Mascara to coat up my lashes. And we are going to be applying falsies, so just really plump up those lashes before you apply your fake ones on. And I'm now going to put on the KOKO lashes in the style Goddess. They're just flared and chunky, so I feel like for a look like this, it's perfect because it gives you enough lash. So I'm now going to be applying another set of lashes, but these are going to go underneath. These are from Tarte. These are called Goddess. Just applying the Tarte adhesive onto the lash band. And then I'm just going to pop it in the middle of my eye, so literally. So now we're going to do my nose and create that little skeleton effect. This is actually really easy to do because it doesn't need to be perfect. With the same products, I'm going to start in the middle of my nose and just work my way up. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of flick it up and lay it on its side. By laying it on its side, I'm getting more pressure towards the bottom of the nose, and then towards almost the end, I'm just flicking it up. And you'll see from there, I'm going to also connect it together so it creates more of that hollow nose. I think it's obvious at this point I don't do theatrical makeup. So for my lips, we're taking it all the way back to an old school color that was one of my favorites growing up, and it is Ruby Woo from MAC. I've had this for so many years, the lid's not even on there, and it looks like a dog bit through it, but I'm going to use it because I love this color, and it's going to just fit perfectly with this look. I'm going to use the same wing liner I used on my face and the same eyeliner to create my lip shape. So for the bow of the lip, I'm going to try to create that perfect little, you know what I'm talking about, that really nice bow. It's going to really emphasize this section of the lip.
Never mess with a chick with lip liner, no lipstick.
You're going to just pull it out and then connect the top and bottom section together. So now I'm going to pop that Ruby Woo right in the middle of the lip and just kind of give it a little bit of color. And then we're going to grab the same eyeliner and kind of blend in a little more. So let's see. You turned on right now? Mm-hmm. You think you find me still attractive? Am I living la vida loca? And that completes my Gangster Clown tutorial. A big thank you to Chrisspy for having me a part of this big day. I had a lot of fun being there. And if you guys have a nickname for me, comment below. It has to start with little, you know, like little sparkly, little brown eyes, whatever it might be. I'm going to post my favorites on my Snapchat, so make sure that you really come up with something very creative and fun. Be sure to also subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, are we done? Oh, we're gonna get this off. Let's see. Let's see if this ever really works. Ah! I'm going to the sink.